So I have a fish that can breakdance. Only for 20 seconds though, and only once.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Just why?
Welcome back to the Struggle Session Podcast. I am your host, Otaku, and of course I have...
K1?
White B squared.
Papi, Senpai.
And Toph.
And Otaku. Today on December 10th, was the Game Awards, so we'll be talking about that. But also, Marvel had a meeting and kind of let out Disney had a meeting and let out what's going on Disney Plus. So we will also be talking about that. And we're going to start off with Disney. So Disney has announced a shit ton of things, and I will be going down the list. So Disney just announced an animated Diary of a Wimpy Kid, anime series for Disney movies, which are for Baymax, Zootopia Plus, Tatiana, and Moana. There is so those four are going to be an animated series, which I am looking more forward towards Baymax. Iffy on Zootopia. And Iffy
No, Zootopia can actually go a very long way because how complex that movie really was.
Yeah.
They only did one thing. Like, there was only one enemy in the whole thing, which was that sheep woman. When you really think about it, there can be so many minor crimes anywhere that you can actually go in depth about, and they create a lot of freaking episodes off that shit.
Mm-hmm. Parking tickets are a hell of a crime.
Oh, yo, I would love to see the slow sloth again.
Flash?
Flash speeding down the way. Just an episode on him speeding. That's it.
First episode. Continue off from that episode.
From
that
right where
movie,
they left
yeah.
off. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Tiana is going to be the Happily Ever After part. So this is going to take place a little bit more into the future of her restaurant.
I hope something comes back with the Shadow Man, because literally, one thing I loved about the Princess and the Frog, he was one of the most entertaining villains we ever had, but they never gave a backstory to him. So I hope in this sequel we actually get either his apprentice or some kind of look into his voodoo background. Because I was like, he had so much entertainment and they never gave him a backstory.
when was the last time we actually saw entertainment as kids with a villain like that? Who would
Scar.
you put?
Scar. Scar was like, just like they goes, come on.
They explained it later on about his scar. His
Yeah.
name was something else. Like, a loving villain that, like, we actually look forward to.
I personally liked Hades.
Yeah.
Well,
He was an entertaining villain.
yeah, but Hades like had the quickest backstory. He even stated, "Well, dear brother, you gave me the full-time job of running the place of the dead, so that's why I hate you."
I'm also saying that if they did a live-action Disney, I kind of want Tom Hiddleston to be Hades, but Hercules is Chris Hemsworth. So we have the Thor and Loki combo again.
Yes.
I'm just saying on that one. But young Hercules, Tom Holland.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
Tom Holland's in a lot of things, especially in the Uncharted movie.
he actually, I don't know if you guys have seen one of, this is a total side tangent on this,
Mm-hmm.
but have you seen one of Tom Holland's recent movies where he plays a hick in like a weird town?
No,
And he actually ends up murdering like 4 people because they, no, not 4 people. Is it 4?
just saying. We'll stick to 4.
He kills a lot of people, and he ends up also killing a priest because that priest molests his sister. Not really his sister. His parents die, and then he gets to
So his cousin.
It's kind of it's
That he
basically
loves.
His cousin. No, not like that.
You don't know shit.
And
You don't know shit.
It explains it in the movie, not like that. And she ends up having a kid by the priest, and she feels like she's so like distraught about it, and like everybody's gonna talk about it, and they don't know where it came from, and then she says that she can't say it because she's afraid of putting the priest in a bad situation,
Yeah.
and she ends up hanging herself from depression. And he was just like, alright. And I mean, it is,
Blues can do. I can too. Jesus.
I'm telling you right now, if y'all haven't seen that movie, go and watch it.
You haven't even said what the movie was called. You
I
literally was just like Tom Holland's in a movie.
Yeah.
I know. I wish I could remember that. It's.
I can look it up.
All right. While we figure that out, Moana's gonna definitely take place after the events. So it's them fighting more islands, basically.
Which would
Like
be
an
really cool.
adventurous sort of.
Yeah. So this is gonna be probably a time after. They're making a Pan-African animated series called Iwaju. I probably butchered that. Iwaju.
Waju.
Thank you. Told you I was gonna butcher it. There is gonna be a Sister Act 3 that is produced by Whoopi Goldberg and Tyler Perry. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yes.
The devil all the time. That's literally what it's called. The devil all the time.
I like the title.
Definitely.
It is a very serious movie.
Yeah.
What platform can we watch this on?
No, I think it's on Netflix.
Alright guys, either Hulu or Netflix, don't quote us.
Pirated.
There is going to be a live action Pinocchio starring Tom Hanks, which could probably be playing Geppetto. Which I really want, instead of Tom Hanks to play Geppetto, I need Drew Carey? No.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, no. Drew Carey to reprise his role as Geppetto from Geppetto.
I can see that.
He fucking hates that. They like to make fun of him on that one, Whose Line Is It Anyway? They are making a live-action Little Mermaid movie starring Halle Bailey. Wow, I'm not doing words today. There's going to be a live-action Chip and Dale movie starring John Mulaney as Chip and Andy Samberg as Dale.
That's gonna be fun.
And it's a live-action animated. Cheaper by the dozen reimagining by about a mixed race of black and white family.
Now number 5.
3 Men and a Baby remake starring Zac Efron, Hocus Pocus 2. Big Shot, which celebrates high school girls in basketball. The Mighty Ducks series, continuation of films.
I am looking forward to that.
Needs to be like so much that they can do with that. Especially that's gonna bring back, of course, Queen. Literally, that was like,
Guys, this is what I need to happen. Alright?
Okay.
Letterkenner Irish jumps in there and fights them.
Yo, that would
book
be.
it.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm all about that.
Immediately.
That would be a great international crossover episode.
And a shit ton of Star Wars, the Droid Story special, the Acolyte series, Lando series, Vision's short animated film, the Bad Batch animated Star Wars series, Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Ahsoka series, everything I did before the Rebellion,
Ashoka.
Ahsoka, I'm sorry. I've told you I'm going to be butchering every name today because I don't feel like doing shit. Everything I did for the Rebellion behind the scenes of Star Wars, the Rangers of the New Republic series, and now we hit into Marvel.
When it comes to the Star Wars, before we continue to Marvel, what would be your favorite series from there to actually watch that they're making?
Obi-Wan, I've been waiting for that. They've been like teasing it at the wazoo, and they announced it, and they said the actor who played Anakin Skywalker in the second and third films is gonna be in it, and I'm like, yes, please. Also, I'm looking forward for the Lando series too,
Yes.
because I don't know if Donald Glover, if it's gonna be away before that, or Donald Glover's coming back with this role. They just announced only the series, and that's it. So I don't know if this is gonna take place like after
probably be
the
Donald
original,
Glover.
or they're gonna do the prequel ones where it's Donald Glover.
I feel like it would be with Donald Glover because he was a wonderful choice for Lando.
Well, I mean, his family bullied him. It was like, if you fuck this up, when he got that role and told his family, I'm just like, if you fuck this up, you're out of this fucking family. Don't fuck this up. Yeah.
100%.
So now we're gonna hit the Marvel. So they're making a new Fantastic Four movie. So they're rebooting the whole thing. It's made by Disney, not 20th Century Fox, and not God horrendous whatever they fucking butchered Fantastic
Never
Four.
saw it, never will.
Michael B. Jordan was in it.
Don't care.
Mhm.
Aside.
I.e. the literal look like Doctor Doom.
The
Wish.
predecessor of Jesse Eisenberg and like Michael Cera, if they had a baby, that was the Dr. Reed.
Mm.
Look, all I know is I looked at it and I was just like, I saw the little preview and I was like, nope, they didn't even do the fucking flame on right. I was like, what the? How did Michael B. Jordan fuck that up? He's a wonderful actor, and I'm just assuming it was the writing and how they told him to say it.
It's the writers.
Yeah.
The acting was phenomenal. The acting
Because-
was so, but like Michael B. Jordan did a good job. The weird story take on that one was that Reed and Ben were actually friends. Like they were friends, and then once they got their powers, Reed ran away, and the other three stayed and were like experimented kind of.
That's
Mm.
fucking
And like trained for their powers, and Reed ran off and ran
Yeah.
away. That was it. I saw it for free. That was the worst free movie ever. I want my free money back. Black Panther 2, they announced that they will not replace Chadwick Boseman. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
That is actually also confirmed that King the Conqueror will be the villain. So that means we definitely have time loops and we'll reach into the multiverse. And I hope this reaches in, because what most people don't know is that King the Conqueror is technically the reason we have Apocalypse. So definitely a big shot to get an X-Men crossover.
So we also have Blade starring Mahershala Ali. I Am Groot series, which is just shorts mainly, and it's going to be taking about Baby Groot.
Okay.
The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Oh, by the way, as a little update for you, because you did mention it, the original actor of Anakin Skywalker for Obi-Wan Kenobi series, you do realize it's going to be placed after the lava.
Yeah. No, he's going to be Darth Vader.
He will be Darth Vader,
It's announced that he was reprising his role as Darth Vader.
which I think is going to be pretty dope.
Yeah. Armor Wars, which is a War Machine series.
Man.
So I don't know if it doesn't say it was animated, so it looks like Don Cheadle's going to reprise his role. And this is going to be probably taking place after the events of Endgame and after Tony Stark died.
Yeah, and the main premise is that it is Tony's worst nightmare. His armor gets into the wrong hands. So this has the potential to either see Iron Skull or Iron Kingpin.
And then we're also going to have Pepper in her iron suit.
Yeah.
So Ironheart, I believe?
She's rescued.
Rescue. Rescue.
Ironheart's his daughter, isn't it?
Nope. Ironheart, I forgot. Ironheart is about an African American girl, a very young girl who's actually very smart, one of the smartest people, becomes the next Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the next series. Ms. Marvel has been announced and has the actress. I forgot the actress' name, but they're making a series on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Secret Invasion, which is the Nick Fury series, so it's gonna be, I don't know, animated or not, but from the looks of it, it would have been announced it was animated. By everything I've been saying, this is gonna be with the Skrull. K1 has something.
Yes, so seeing as this one is actually going to be, i.e., the origin of Sword, and this time he's working with Skrull, who do you think that the aliens they will be facing that aren't the Kree? There's got to be somebody different. Because we know Miss Marvel's handling the Kree, so who else could be?
Not Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, sorry about that.
Miss Marvel's a totally different person.
Right. That thing. But yeah, who do you think would be the villain for this? Knowing that it's going to be the Skrulls working with Fury, and the Kree are being handled by Captain Marvel. So who would be?
I feel like it's any. Oh no, all armies of Thanos have disappeared from the Earth.
Okay, hold on. Have they yet? So
The
this
snap. Anyone he thought of anyone who was with Thanos.
So this is after Endgame.
This is gonna be after Endgame.
Okay.
Because after Endgame, Nick went to space. As of fact, on the end credit scene, of Far From Home of Spider-Man, where you see him with the scroll and he's like relaxing, but he's actually on a ship.
So who could be the enemy? That would be a good, because this is also leading into multiverse. So
Right. So that's what I mean. Like, who else could we see? Maybe Celestials? Could we see?
no, I don't think we'll see Celestials.
And you know, I mean.
I feel like Nick is just gonna fix whatever the Guardians just fucking did.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
after the series of Guardians 2, they just fixed what the problems there because they're being hunted.
That's true. I can see that.
So Moon Knight series. We're waiting for Moon Knight. Moon Knight's pretty hilarious in my book when watching it on the animated Spider-Man series. She-Hulk has been announced.
Who is the actor for She-Hulk?
Actress?
That actress.
Tatiana Maslany.
Why does that actress sound familiar?
That's familiar.
She has whoops. Well, I clicked it. So
Her.
yeah, hang on. So she has done movies such as I'm doing recent. Ooh, she's done 72 movies as an actress. She's done Troll Hunters.
I know her from Destroyer.
Yeah, Petra.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. That is a great choice. That is actually a great... I gotta say that. That is a great choice for
Another contender, Stephanie Beatrice, who played Rosa in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That was another contender for She-Hulk.
Damn, that could have really opened up her acting career.
And she literally has the build of it because she's not like She-Hulk's not super like ripped, but she's like right in between.
And then she has that serious voice that she could, because that's not her actual voice in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She sounds very sweet, and people are thrown off about it. Even I was. So they're doing a Hawkeye series, which is going to be Jeremy Renner and then Hawkeye's daughter being Hawkeye.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So the daughter is going to be it. The Hawkeye.
Yeah, cool and all, but he's like, in my opinion, one of the most useless superheroes.
Ouch.
Oh.
Yeah, but just
excuse me. Without him, we're fucked in Age of Ultron. I hope you know that.
I got a point.
Without Hawkeye, we were fucked.
Debatable.
Just one. I hope we see Ronan again. Just
He's
because.
going to be Ronin, but
Right.
like he does have the name Hawkeye. It's him training her to be just like her father, and then he can run around as Ronin.
Right, but I hope we get the full like Ronin thing, not just a quick little up hood. But then going back to Incredible Hulk, it was also stated that Mark Ruffalo will be in this series as the Hulk, and then Tim Roth will reprise his role as Abomination.
Yep.
Okay. That can make it.
And also, there is a little rumor going around that Charlie Cox will be also in She-Hulk, because if you know about She-Hulk, she's a lawyer. And guess who else is a lawyer? Daredevil. So we might see him in the series as well. Well, actually, don't know if it's a movie or a series. It just says She-Hulk. Captain Marvel 2 has been announced. And definitely, it's already been filming and ready to come out, hopefully, soon. But Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
That's gonna be dope.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie is so secretive. They haven't even announced who any of the other actors are in this movie, or a trailer, or anything that's going on in this. This is a secretive movie.
Mm.
All you know is the name and the main actor. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't know shit about it.
Like,
We know it from the comics, but nothing else.
Right.
This movie is very secretive. We don't know how they're taking the movie in.
Yeah, just like the only thing I'm hoping, like seeing as it's the Ten Rings, we actually see the real Mandarin, which was teased in that one little short with in the prison where they were. And then, of course, if we do get the Mandarin, they bring in Fin Fang Foom, the original creator of the Ten Rings. So that's like the only two things I'm hoping from this movie.
There's a lot of stuff that they announced for National Geographic. My favorite thing about it was called A Real Bug's Life, a National Geographic documentary, and it's not a live-action remake. That was my favorite thing. They also questioned Children of Blood and Bone movie adaptation, ? Yeah. Update real quick. They're making a Lightyear movie, which is Buzz Lightyear will be voiced by Chris Evans. It's an animated movie about Buzz Lightyear, Star Command. So people were outraged why couldn't Tim Allen be it, but it's not about Buzz Lightyear the toy. It's about the person of Buzz Lightyear. So remember the Buzz Lightyear Like show? That is a movie. That's what that is about.
All the characters from
From there, I don't know. They just announced that Chris Evans is going to be Buzz Lightyear, which is going to be interesting. Now that we're done, any questions about the Marvel? Yeah.
Yeah, just want to throw in one more thing.
Go for
Seeing
it.
as this technically was separate from the investors meeting, Spider-Man 3 got a ton of huge news.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Tobey Maguire wants $1.5 million to join. I'm not even joking. He wants $1.5 million to be in this movie. Andrew Garfield has been confirmed. Kristen Dunst has been confirmed. The actor who did Doc Ock is confirmed. Emma Stone is confirmed.
He needs to stop with that 1.5 million shit. Like, bro, you played a terrible Spider-Man.
But he played a nice Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Yes, but how much fucking Peter Parker did he really do in the 3 series?
Actually, a lot in the second one
In
was
the
majority was Peter Parker.
Okay, the second one, but in the first and third, not as much.
Technically, first he was half of it.
Yeah.
Third was just maybe a quarter, maybe almost half.
Okay.
Because together he done 2 movies together as Peter Parker. But it'll be nice. But lower your expectation, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like, come on, man. Like, I understand you're asking for a lot, but you also got to take into consideration you might not play a huge fucking role in this movie. Yes, it is a Spider-Verse, but there's no guarantee that he has a huge role.
Look, we can easily replace him with CGI. We've done it before. We can do it again.
that's true.
Okay? If we don't get him, we got CGI, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and then just 2 other things. So then, of course, as stated earlier, Charlie Cox is rumored to be back as Matt Murdock and playing Peter Parker's lawyer. So hopefully we get a Daredevil cameo. And then, of course, also this is a very big rumor. Tom Hardy's Venom is supposed to make like a cameo in that as well. Which
And vice versa with Tom Holland in Venom 2.
right.
Because I'm waiting for that one to come out.
They're also making, it's rumored right now, but they're making a Carnage movie, a rated R Carnage movie.
Well, no, it's not a rumor. That's got to be a thing because they introduced Carnage at the end of Venom.
Yeah, but that was for Venom 2. But they didn't think how popular Carnage was going to be, especially having Woody Harrelson as him, which threw me off, which was, of all the people, you chose Woody Harrelson, where you see him mostly joke around and not have like a creepy, sinister type thing.
Well, it's because you've never seen Woody Harrelson's creepy, sinister
Yeah.
fucking films. He's weird when it comes to some of that shit.
I gotta agree that he matched that. Like when he was writing writing Eddie's name in blood in the cell. I mean, come on, that was already like getting fucked up in the head. And then of course the way he has that cold, raspy voice, and then just that thing right at the end.
I'm speaking on like the people who don't know Woody Harrelson, the people
okay.
comic fans.
No, they
Yeah, see how what I mean?
Right.
But if you actually go into his repertoire of movies and see some of his movies, he has played
Very creepy
villainous,
stuff. Mhm.
creepy
But
characters.
I was speaking on like the terms of comic book fan. Like this is not gonna happen because Woody Harrelson's a piece of shit. He's just done comedy and like he doesn't have that range.
Okay.
Like fuck off.
And then just the final question. Seeing as this is going to be filled with cameos, but then maybe a few, what 6 villains would you like to see as the Sinister Six? We can already say Scorpion, Vulture, Doc Ock, Electro.
Mobius. Oh yeah, he's also Jamie Foxx is coming back.
Thank
That's
God.
Electro.
Yeah.
He played a wonderful.
Yeah, he was
He's coming back as Electro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
For
who
the
would
movie.
be the other final 2 villains you would like to see as the Sinister Six?
Rhino,
Okay.
if they can find a good Rhino.
I mean that dude that short little thing was fucking
Yeah.
as Alexi was fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I have a strange feeling the actor who played Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2 may be coming back.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit because the only thing is
But weren't they playing on the fact of the new Spider-Man movies, Flash may or may not be.
No, you're thinking of that game, the film theory thing. No.
Okay.
He's not going to be it. He's just a rich asshole.
Hmm.
But Oscorp has been hinted a bit in the Tom Holland series, but really there's supposed to be a Harry Osborn, essentially, but out of seas. So an old friend out of seas type thing, maybe coming back, but it could also be that guy that was in like fucking what was that space movie?
But yeah, if you're gonna talk about two villains that I would like to see, definitely those two, Green Goblin and Rhino.
And I'll just throw in Kraven the Hunter. Seeing as we're getting the multiverse from this, like I would love to see like the primal Kraven the Hunter come back, just like the one with animal DNA.
Yeah.
That would be so out of nowhere.
Well, here's the thing though. I don't think Vulture's going to be one of the Sinister Six, because if you see how he did in the very end of the first Spider-Man, he didn't give up Tom Holland. He had a good heart because of the daughter. So I don't think he may be the one that betrays them all. That was the biggest theory when that movie came out, and it's still a theory now. But it could give the Vulture his death. But they could have added the new Shocker because my boss is out, guess I'm in type thing, and then definitely want Green Goblin and Kraven.
I can see that.
That's what I want.
And just mainly because he said right in the movie, I think I'm getting used to the soccer thing, so I would like to see him get the full suit, not just the gauntlets. But then with the thing with Vulture is the reason some people think that he is not doing that is because it's I owe you one. You saved my life, I protect your identity, but that don't mean I'm not done with you. So that's just my 2 cents.
Okay.
All right, moving on, because you guys haven't seen the Game Awards, I'm going to do a quick round thing. So I'm going to do a quick thing about the Game Awards, about the nominees, and then the winners. I'm going to tell you guys the nominees. You're going to tell me who you thought won, and I'll tell you the winner, and we'll talk from that.
All right.
Nominees. So we're doing just a quick bit of each category, and we'll talk about it after they figure it out. So we're going to start with the innovation and accessibility, which means disability gamers playing games now. What games gave the boost in their disability, and they can be able to play even with this disability. So the nominees are Watch Dogs: Legion, The Last of Us Part 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Hyperdot, Grounded.
Go over that one more time.
So, the nominees for innovation and accessibilities are Watch Dogs: Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, The Last of Us Part 2, Hyperdot, and Grounded.
Grounded, Hyperdot, get the fuck out of here.
I was going to say that.
Valhalla, Last of Us 2, and Legion.
So don't think about the tech in the game. It's more about helping disability gamers play their games.
So it's about accessibility?
It's about their accessibility. So like if they have don't have like motor functions, they have some games that require your eye movement.
Valhalla's out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Valhalla's got to be out on that. The way Assassin's Creed is played, it would be very difficult for them.
Actually, I saw the gameplay for it, and it ran smoothly with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would not be a nominee if it wasn't in here. It did pretty fucking well.
No, it could definitely be Last of Us Part 2. The way the game mechanics are, they could easily put something in.
What is you think the winner is out of those three?
I would probably say The Last of Us, because that has the easiest way to insert mechanics the way you want them to.
Okay.
I agree. Okay, Last of Us.
And the winner is The Last of Us Part 2. That one, I didn't know that, I didn't know that some of these have, the developers made this so that disabilities can play of all sorts of different disabilities. And
That's
the way
dope.
I looked at each of those clips and show me how that worked,
Yeah.
Last of Us made the biggest thing about it. And, for, gamers who, are either born with it or gets it on later on, and it's harder for them to play as the years go on. Breaks my heart. But seeing how developers are like, we gotta crack onto this, and these 5 gave it. But looking at how Last of Us 2 did it, it looked actually absolutely amazing. Like, I was like, damn. And now we're in the age that these guys can do this. We have the technology and we can help them. You know, which is great.
So you could be a really avid gamer, like you love gaming, and you get in a car accident, and then it gets you to the point where you're just like, well, fuck. One of my favorite things to do in the entire world now has become
Impossible.
damn near impossible for me to even do. So that is really appreciative that these guys are going ahead and cracking down and really trying and working hard to make sure all gamers are able to do and enjoy what they started with or something that they can actually start with. I mean, can you imagine
Gaming back in our days,
Can you? Yeah.
like
Can you imagine if they
PS2
did
days,
that stuff
PS1.
for us?
Fuck.
Imagine them doing that for us. That's gotta blow some of these guys' minds. The fact that they get to start with these dope games, and it's just like now it's only from here forward.
Yeah.
See, the sucky thing is, if you got that disability then, and you're watching all your friends play, like you're stuck doing that and you can't enjoy it, I feel bad. I feel like heartbroken about that.
They can only watch the story. They have to watch you play, and it's
You
just
can't.
like,
You don't get the
it's not fair.
experience. Yeah.
It's not a full experience. It's an experience. I have sat there and watched my friends game before. There were some games that I was just like, I want to sit here and watch. Because I guess games back then that I like to sit there and watch was when my sister played Resident Evil games. I played them later, yes, and tried to do the story a little differently, maybe a different character or something like that. But it's still, that was a story with like some oomph behind it, story, something like to catch on, and it was like watching a movie.
Yeah.
But that is not the full experience.
No, that's why like sometimes when I play a new game, when K1 brought his PS5 over, and then I already played. The only person that played Marvel Miles Morales in this house was just me, and I was like, all right, let me take the reins, and I go, all right, guys, your turn. I got through the boring part. Here's your turn. Go ahead and face Rhino. You know, I was like, let me get through the boring parts first. Here you go. You know, give it your shot.
That's cool. I like that, the fact they did that. But like
Because now that I can, if I had, you know, a disabled friend, you know, and wants to play, I feel bad being like, I want to give you the controller so you can play, but you know you can't. But now that they made like games for this, it makes it so much easier and a joy.
See, I find that super cool. Like that's just, I'm glad that the gaming industry is taking this step and taking it very seriously. And the fact that those top 5 games, the ones that made it in there, those are not from low-level
These are like
companies. These are
triple A's. These are triple A's.
These are AAA or higher like class companies that sit there and they throw out bangers.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're the ones truly focused on it, it's going to break a whole new world for gaming.
Yep. All right. So next category is strategy game, and the nominees are Gear Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Desperado 3, Crusader Kings 3, and XCOM Chimera Squad.
The last 3 would be the ones that I would think would be top 3s.
Okay.
For strategy. I can't see a flight simulator as strategy. I'm sorry. I can't see that as a strategy game. I would think.
For strategy game, this was best strategy / simulation game. This was.
Oh, okay.
This was a combination, but the way they have this on I'm reading off of just said that this was I think it said like sim / strategy or something. I don't know. It was just saying strategy and simulation game.
Like the winner for that would be XCOM.
Toph, are you going to agree? Or do you have your own opinion?
I guess I'll agree with that.
Okay, and the winner is, because I called it, because I am the greatest, it is Microsoft Flight Simulator. I won, motherfuckers! I won!
Are you shitting me?
I'm not, and I voted for that too, and I was hyped when it won. I was hyped.
What strategy?
It's not strategy, it's a simulation.
But if you are /strategy,
Simulation wins.
that is the
I can't-
stupidest shit I have ever heard.
I said while we were watching it, I go, I can't wait to find my house. And then accidentally crash my play because I don't know how to play. Alright, but yeah. Hell yeah, I like being right. Alright,
Damn.
skipping on through. Best score / soundtrack.
Okay.
And the nominees are Hades, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, The Last of Us Part 2, and Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
I'll vote for Final Fantasy.
And that is the winner. That was
Choose
fucking
your best.
nostalgic as fuck, and I'm glad they won and it wasn't Last of Us Part
Like,
2.
don't get me wrong, I like The Last of Us Part 2 soundtrack, I do. They did a very good job with how they did classical music and things like that. Like, they did a good job. I haven't had a chance to play the game, but I've seen, like, gameplays. But how the fuck you gonna beat Final Fantasy?
They had bangers after bangers each time, man.
Like,
And you
it's-
remake a classic one? Fuck yes.
Like, I can't see you beating Final
It
Fantasy.
isn't just any classic. It is a masterpiece. It is a cultural icon.
Right.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We'll go back to our original podcast when we were making our predictions, and all of us stated this because, let's face it, we grew up with that. You know when the song comes on, you love the remixes. There is a literal symphony dedicated to playing Final Fantasy soundtracks. Who is going to go against that?
Exactly.
They just win that when it comes to soundtrack. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see anything else.
Exactly. Sport / racing games.
Okay,
And the nominees are
I got this.
NBA 2K21,
Fuck that.
FIFA 21,
Yes.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, F1 2020, Dirt 5.
Damn, they can't even put a good fucking racing game on there. They put F1 and Dirt 5. I'm sorry for anybody else who's gonna fucking get butthurt about this shit, but like, no, I can't put Need for Speed in there because the mechanics for that game, a fucking monkey could drive a car in that game. All the cars drive the same. There's no specific differences to them.
And they can drive themselves.
They can, like, it's a great game. I love Need for Speed. I love all those games. Like, for what they are, a fucking amazing game. But if you're gonna come to a driving game, Forza.
Yeah.
Forza has been one of the top driving games ever. Because you can get, if, say you're an engineer and you know about these things, Forza has made it that you can put it in a certain mode that you can change a degree of tow and a degree of camber on your car that'll actually make a fucking difference. Like, if you do it wrong, your car will drive like shit. But if you do it right, and they have multiple threads online on this for Forza, guys who are part of real racing teams like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, like real racing world-class people who do this for a living, go ahead and put some numbers, not all of them obviously because they can't give away racing secrets, but they put like setups that they've used in the past. Like, hey, we'll say, I know Porsche won World Rally sometime early 2000s, they released their setup for that car in that specific setup. They released all the numbers. And people in the game were like, alright, I'm going to give this a try. Put all the numbers in, and the car drove wonderfully in the game. Come on. You can't fucking do that. Those two games, F1, not bad, but it gets boring. Dirt 5, again, not bad, but to me, it just eventually gets boring.
Then who is your winner? Who do you think won?
FIFA.
FIFA? Toph?
Is yours not the Tony Hawk Skater game?
That was my
Is that your
hard
choice?
second.
Is
That's
that your
my
choice?
choice. Tony Hawk.
And the winner is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that was my hard second.
Dude,
Because
we
that
on
is
the
classic.
previous podcast, we all said I listed it, and then the last one was Tony Hawk, and we're like, Tony Hawk, moving on. And we're moving on.
Just FIFA did real well. I'm not gonna lie, they did very well on their mechanics and how they made the game.
Alright. Best action game. And the nominees are Hades, Doom Eternal, Streets of Rage 4, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2.
My vote goes for Half-Life.
Half-Life?
Yeah.
And the winner is Hades.
Mm.
Hades is actually a pretty fucking good game.
I haven't played it,
Like,
but
the story, too, like, it's fucking phenomenal.
alright, I might need to buy it.
It's on Switch, and then just wait, and it'll probably come to PS4 or thing later. Trust me.
Well, we'll buy it for this. For anyone on the podcast that does not know, Toph is actually my wife. I'm Papi Senpai. Toph is my wife, and I bought her a Switch, so we're probably gonna buy that game just to play it.
Just to find out, just to see how good it actually is.
So, moving on. Best VR game. And the nominees are Half-Life Alyx, The Walking Dead, Star Wars Squadrons, Iron Man VR, and Dreams.
I put Dreams out now.
So do you know what Dreams is?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't mind it, but if you're gonna talk about VR, like how inclusive a game could be, Dreams could be up there, yeah. But Half-Life, I feel like I don't really play VR that much, but Half-Life is too much going on. I don't like that. That's too much going on for that type of game. I guess my top two would probably be between The Walking Dead and Iron Man. Just because I feel like it would be dope to be inside that suit and control it.
On a side note, would you like to try it?
I don't like VR that much, but I would be willing to try
I
it.
have the game.
I'd be willing to try it.
I have the game.
For the simple fact of how society is nowadays, I would give this award probably to The Walking Dead. Simply for the story part of it, like a storytelling part. And everybody always talks about like, oh, I totally survive in an apocalyptic zombie world. Okay, well, put it in VR and let's see what the fuck actually happens.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I give the award to that game, because it would really cause people to live in that situation.
Okay.
It's not just the enjoyment of a game,
Mhm.
it's the living of an actual situation through VR.
Okay. Tough.
I'd say Iron Man.
Okay. And the winner is Half-Life Alyx. Now, for this, I can understand. It's because too much is going on, but it gives you the wider range of VR, the full 360.
He's right.
That is true.
Because
Well,
that's
I
what
also
VR is on.
I would think that.
No, Walking Dead is a piece of shit. Like, it's kind of like a straightforward game.
Okay.
Iron Man VR could have had it too, because I played it. You do get to move around all around. You're not just only in the suit. You get to, like, there's stuff you pinpoint. There's a part I'm still on, and it's just figuring out why something's wrong in this building, and you just see stuff going haywire. But you get to check out Tony's house. You get to fly around, test out like his new abilities that he has. Like, it's so much fun, and it can tell from repulsors to missiles.
See, I have, again, like I've said before, and I've stated this before the podcast, understand, I don't really play VR. I don't have a VR. I've just never spent money on it. It's not been one of my number one things to get. So, my fault for not knowing that how they would actually make The Walking Dead so one-directional. Like, you could have had an opportune moment to make that shit 360, and you're walking through someone's backyard, and all of a sudden you hear something, and you turn around, you're fucked.
Yeah.
If you're not fucking running, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That would have been like opportune scare tactic moments,
Mm-hmm.
and they ruined it?
Kind of, yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, you had a moment there. That company had a moment, and they could have grasped it, and they failed.
Yeah.
Wow. But I can see how Half-Life would have actually won
Yeah,
this.
it's a crazy game.
For me, it's too much going on for me personally.
Yeah,
I prefer
that's
to play it with a
understandable.
remote, but
There's some games where you can play VR and just look and then use a controller. It just all depends on what the game is and if that allows it. So next was fighting games, and the nominees are Under Night in Under Night in Birth, One Punch Man, A Hero No One Knows, Mortal Kombat 11, Street Fighter 5, and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
My vote
I
goes
wanna
Mortal
go-
Kombat.
Dang it! I wanted to go first because I played the game completely.
I know, and I watched the expansion pack and you beat it in like a
Yeah,
day.
this-
A day.
And Mortal Kombat is the winner.
Yes.
Mm.
It was
I
a
really
toss
love
up.
Mortal Kombat.
It was a toss between Mortal Kombat Ultimate and Street Fighter 5
I can
Championship
understand that.
Edition.
I can
Those were the
understand
two because the three were anime games.
Wait, Championship. Is that the one that I bought?
It's the newest one.
that. That's the news.
Yeah.
I think I bought that one. I didn't like how they put the how would you say it? How to select different things.
Oh,
The interface.
I
Yeah.
did not like the interface for it. It bothered me. I liked the gameplay was good because I remember Street Fighter playing that shit back on like arcade stuff.
Yeah.
Like great, but I really didn't like the interface.
yeah, but just like the entire thing of the thing, it's like I like Street Fighter, but when it comes to fighting, you can't just touch Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat has literally been more about introducing gamers to their game
Yeah.
and being like simultaneously working for pro players. And let's call it all the expansion. They've been listening to the fans. Like
Yeah.
when they said Kyle Backpack 2, oh, who do we put in? Oh, let me think. Rain, super popular.
Mm.
Melina, super popular. And then a surprise with Rambo. Now I don't like I said. The guest characters are not chosen by NetherRealm. We're just putting that out there. WB makes the decision on the guest characters.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, they listened straight up. We wanted everybody kept saying, we want Rain, we want Melina. All right, stop with the death threats to Ed Boon, and you got them. Sadly.
And Rambo's not a bad character to play. Like
Right.
honestly, he wasn't a bad character. You played it, you're like,
Mhm.
I actually enjoy playing this character.
Yeah.
I would definitely have given it to Mortal Kombat just because
Mhm.
I mean, they've been killing it
Oh yeah.
decades.
And the storyline was amazing.
Yeah, I like
Let's say
the
if you
time
don't
one.
know anything about Mortal Kombat, you go in and you literally it does provide a bit of backstory.
But not
You
much.
actually see how the characters
Lived through the
change
years.
without giving it away to people who haven't played it.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you
Well,
have two
I-
sides of one coin.
What I also see between Mortal Kombat 11 and Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat has given out more. Mortal Kombat 11 has been giving more content than Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
Granted, most of you hear on championship stuff for esports and all that, it's Street Fighter,
Mhm.
not Mortal Kombat. But you don't see them giving out DLCs, new characters, or anything, or old characters coming back. But when you talk about Mortal Kombat, you're getting a shit ton of DLC content, like characters out the wazoo.
Yeah.
There's now a petition to have Letterkenny's Wayne join into Mortal Kombat 11.
Please,
There's
I
a
want that
petition
to
right now,
happen.
and I signed for it.
Yes. So to actually answer your question, the reason that is because NetherRealm is more like listening to the fan base, while on the other hand, Capcom with Street Fighter, they're more to the pro scene because let's call it, Mortal Kombat will announce its content any day they choose. But always with Street Fighter, if you notice, it's always at Capcom Cup. It's always at EVO. It's always in a big fighting game tournament.
Yeah.
Or at E3, when they had one still back then. But still, they are more, I'd say, literally locked to the competitive scene than just the natural scene. And that's just why they give the content for that.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. Family games. And the nominees are Fall Guy Ultimate Knockout, Animal Crossing New Horizon, Crash Bandicoot 4, Paper Mario The Origami King, Mario Kart Live Home Edition, and Minecraft Dungeons.
I really don't Minecraft didn't mean that shit. Come the fuck on.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Minecraft.
Thank God.
It's a different version of Minecraft.
Is it Animal Crossing?
It's basically Minecraft with Diablo mechanics.
That's Minecraft Dungeons.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, then I could see that. But okay, well, we're talking family games.
So, Toph just said she thinks it's Animal Crossing. Papi.
It would be a hard choice for me between Fallout.
There's no Fallout. It's
Or
Fall
not
Guys.
Fallout, I'm sorry, Fall Guys. Because I played it a couple times with you. Fall Guys and
There's Crash.
Origami.
Bandicoot, oh, Paper Mario.
Paper Mario. That would be hard first and second. At the same time, Paper Mario, I don't know how it would be necessarily a family game.
It's family friendly.
It's
mostly
family
friendly
yeah.
game.
It's just mainly in the thing of parents playing with kids, so that's the genuine of it.
I would probably put Fall Guys in that category.
Okay. And the winner is Animal Crossing: New Horizon.
Yeah.
Bro,
There's too much on
my
Facebook.
goddaughter and her mom play this constantly together, and she'll pass her world to her, and she'll play. She fucking loves it. Like, this was really good.
There's actually an elementary school graduation on Animal
And
Crossing.
here's my other thing is, this is why this is also a good game, like a family game. You have celebrities coming into your island, like Danny Trejo, I believe Cole Sprouse, coming into other people's islands and interacting with fans.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's why that gave my vote. Best mobile game. And the nominees are Legends of Runeterra, Call of Duty Mobile, Among Us, Genshin Impact, and Pokemon Cafe Mix.
I'm gonna have to give it to Among Us.
Okay.
Just because I know how popular that game has become.
You know that's a 2-year-old game, right?
Yes.
And it's made by 3 people.
I feel like Among Us would win it just because of its popularity.
Okay.
I agree with that.
And the winner is Among Us. Among Us is really good, and when they won this award, the one of the people, they cried.
Mm.
All right, skipping that. Best multiplayer game, and the nominees are Among Us, Fall Guy, Ultimate Knockout, Call of Duty Warzone, Animal Crossing: New Horizon, and Valorant. Valorant is like
I played Valorant.
Okay.
Best multi. See, some of those games, I don't know how they made it into the same type of category.
Can you give a kind of an example?
They're different demographic.
That's the
Because
point.
people that play Fall Guys don't always necessarily play Call of Duty.
Actually, because Fall Guy and Call of Duty Warzone are exactly the same. If you think about it, they're both battle royale games.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but the following is what I'm saying in this situation. Demographic of following. We would play Fall Guys,
I also play Call of Duty.
but we would also
I'm somehow
play,
better in Warzone than actual Call of Duty. I don't fucking understand this.
because it's a battle royale.
I still don't
Different.
fucking understand.
It's different. It's way different.
To me,
If
Call
you
of
get-
Duty is still Call of Duty, man.
Okay, dude. If we're gonna go on this tangent,
We're not going on this tangent. What is your
I'll just end this tangent right here. Battle Royale is a whole world animation, and it comes down like Apex
Yeah.
does. Okay.
Yeah.
Regular Call of Duty games, you can spawn trap people, and then the game becomes really fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
When you got that one guy laying on his stomach the entire time, just sniping a spawn point.
Yeah, I feel that.
Play the fucking game. Stop being a fucking douche.
I mean, Battle Royale, there's no rules.
That's why I like that. It's more out there. Like, you have your snipers, and you got your guys that'll run up on you, and you have no fucking choice but to try and fight, and most of the time you lose.
But who do you think won? Would you like me to repeat?
No. I think I might have to give it to Among Us again on a
Okay.
multiplayer game. Because that game, although being made 2 years ago, like,
Yeah.
it has made strides. Especially with the whole coronavirus thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a multiplayer game you can play from your phone.
Toph.
Warzone.
Warzone. And the winner is Among Us. They also announced a new map if you remember the stick figure where you got to find your way, like you get, there was a stick figure game, an old Flash game, where you had to beat rob a bank, and then you had the 4 choices.
Yep.
You remember the sequel for it, where it was the ship?
Yes.
That's the ship.
Oh.
That is the new map for Among Us, and I realized that the people who made the game also one of them made the stick figure one. That's why the I think the Top Hats ship, that's him. So anticipated game. So game that is going to be coming out, and the nominees are Elden Ring, Resident Evil Village, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Horizon Forbidden West, Halo Infinite, and God of War Ragnarok.
They're all good too.
Who's making Halo?
Actually.
Xbox Studios 343 Industries.
Ah, fuck that. 343.
Okay, well, that's
Fuck
one.
Halo.
That's one out.
God of War. Yeesh.
I want to see
That could be a very promising game.
That's my
But at the
choice,
same
Ragnarok.
time, Resident Evil Village, if it plays anything like Resident Evil 4, it's been a while that Resident Evil hasn't released something that actually caught my eye. I'm looking forward for that.
Okay, so Resident Evil 8.
I'll go Resident
or-
Evil Village.
Yep, Resident Evil 8.
Ragnarok for me.
And the winner is Elden Ring.
Really?
So it's an upcoming action role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Bandai. So I just found this out, but one of the writers for this game is George R.R. Martin. Yeah.
Okay, I can see how that would be one of the games. Okay.
Fuck, why am I gonna fuck? Hey,
But of course,
Wesker, real quick.
Yo,
Name, please.
pass to me. I can't read from here. Hey,
Yes.
Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Is also one of the writers and producers for this game.
okay. But me being a Resident Evil fan, I'm still rooting for
Yeah.
Village.
Oh, hell
Because
yeah.
if
Yes.
I played Resident Evil 4 at least 10 times.
Dude, I played it VR. I stated this in a previous podcast. I played Resident Evil 7 on
Biohazard?
on VR. Was it Biohazard? I thought
Yeah,
was
yeah, it is. It's Biohazard.
Yeah.
I never had a chance to play it.
You got to.
I had the game, brand fucking new,
I played
and
it.
I don't know what happened to it.
I played it
don't
in-
know where it is.
I played it in VR. They were trying to, I guess, beat the final boss, and I just beat it instantly. They're like, "How'd you do it?" I was like, "I just shoot and dodge. It's not that hard." And then there's a part where your uncle's trying to kill you. Dude, I had a jump scare of the lifetime. I was like, "All right, how the fuck do I get through this shit?" Because I'd never played it. And I was just like, "How the fuck do I get through this?" Oh, fuck. Came through the fucking wall with his axe, scared the fuck out of me. I go, fucking threw it off my head, and I go, "Oh, cool, no one saw that. I'm gonna leave." This was in the Philippines.
And just a heads up, Resident Evil 4 remake, 2022 or 2023.
So,
That far away?
Yeah.
It ain't that hard to remake that damn game.
I mean, if you need to get the accessibility,
And they're gonna add more
Okay.
content to it, like number 2 and number 3.
Okay. Then I agree.
I restate my.
I rescind my statement.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, best role-playing game, and the nominees are Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Fuck!
That's hard.
I love the Yakuza series. Fuck! I'm still not even done with the games I bought for the Yakuza series. I need to get back on that.
I love everything Final Fantasy.
I really need to get
Is
back on
that your answer? It's like a game show now. I'm looking at this.
Okay. But this is RPG wise.
Yes.
RPG, yeah.
So Persona 5, Wasteland 3. Yeah.
I personally think Final Fantasy would not win this.
Okay.
It's a little more direct than an RPG,
Okay.
in my opinion. Like the side missions, everything like that, they're a little more direct. When I play an RPG, I want to play something like Skyrim or like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. A little more freedom, a little more like, oh, this is fucking boring. I'm not doing this shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do something.
So
like
what
that.
is your pick?
I like Genshin Impact, but
By the way, free game. By the way.
No, I wouldn't put Yakuza. I mean, well, no. It doesn't have as many side missions, but Yakuza's really good for RPG. Like, the storytelling in Yakuza is very good. That's why I've played those games consistently.
Yeah.
My favorite is Kiwami Zero. Like, that's my favorite Yakuza one. That's one I'm still not done playing. Just because I continue to redo some missions. Hey, side note, sorry.
No, that's fine. All right. We're almost done here, guys. About 4 more.
Yakuza.
Yakuza? Okay.
Say the choices one more time just to make sure.
Genshin Impact.
No.
Persona 5 Royal. Wasteland 3. Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
No.
And Yakuza Like a Dragon.
I might have to give it to Persona.
Persona 5. And the winner is Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Why didn't I just go with what I liked?
Come
I
on,
freaking love
Alright, just to
Final
let you know,
Fantasy.
every time we did this last podcast, all answers for Y Score was Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I just wanted to let you know that.
But this was also one of the ones that we just fully agreed on. Just like one
Yeah.
of the biggest RPGs remastered. Come on.
All
Yeah, but when you think about the RPG and how the universe should be for RPGs,
Alright.
it's still a little too straightforward for me.
Yeah. But that's what won. Now, best action/adventure game.
Okay.
And the nominees are The Last of Us Part 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Jedi Fallen Order, and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales.
What is this again?
Best action/adventure.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima?
That's my vote.
Okay. Toph?
I'm gonna go with Miles Morales.
Miles Morales? So, before I say the answer, when I was talking about this, I couldn't think Miles Morales is going to win because how short it was, and it wasn't much of an adventure game. It was just more like a big DLC game to me. That's how I felt about this game. Mind you, the game was wonderful. It was fantastic. But I couldn't categorize it as the best action-adventure game for this year. And the winner is The Last of Us 2. Ah, he has the face I had when I heard this.
Majority of what we all had.
I'm sorry.
The Last of Us Part 2 won.
From what I still haven't played it. From what I understand, that game flopped like a.
Oh, it fucking
motherfucker.
flopped like fucking shit.
I loved the first game, and then I was gonna buy the special edition and everything with her backpack and all that shit. My wife, Toph here, she remembers it. I was sitting there consistently when I had the money, reloading the page at midnight, trying to fucking find a place
I was also there to clarify too.
that had it. I wanted it, and I was not able to get it. And I was just like, I'm not gonna buy just the game because I'm a big fan of The Last of Us.
But you heard of how much it flopped.
I was a big fan of the first game, and I was just like, if I'm getting the second game,
We watched some of the gameplay.
yeah, if I'm getting the second game, I want a special edition. It just has to happen. And because I could not get that special edition, and I wasn't going to pay those ridiculous-ass eBay prices that everybody wants for their shit, just because, oh, it's sold out, I'm going to put $200 on top of it. No, I'm not going to pay that. And then I saw some of the gameplay, and I was like, okay, this looks interesting. And then I had some close friends play the game, and they were like,
That's
it's
shit.
okay. When a close friend of yours tells you that a game is okay, that means that game is shit and it's not worth your money.
Yeah.
as soon as I heard that, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I'm out. Thank God I didn't waste money.
All
right.
I did want that game. But
So-
how did Ghost of Tsushima not win?
It's, dude, I'm telling you, people vote. This was an actual voting one. I even voted, but I didn't vote for any of The Last of Us. I voted for Ghost of Tsushima.
Like, I haven't played that game. I've seen-
Or just to piss off Taida. Ghost of Tishuma. We're K was pronouncing Neo as Nio, like Nio, Neo, like how like Pitbull will say Neo is like Nio. And I was like, so I just been fucking around with that. But next category, best community support, meaning the developers listen and they change it. Okay.
Alright.
And the nominees are Fortnite, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Valorant, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, and No Man's Skies.
Well,
No Man's Sky.
I love Apex Legends, but I'm sorry, they do not fucking listen.
Thank
to
you.
people.
Thank you. I already had my little rant of like, bro, fix fucking Gibraltar's fucking shield, give more of a hitbox for Wraith, fuck off, make her taller, fuck you.
No, you don't have to make her taller. But if you can sit there and fuck with the geometry of Pathfinder and make those little negative areas in between his legs and arms actual hitbox material, because he was a very used character because he had one of the closest hitboxes to Wraith. And I don't like playing him, but if you know how to play Pathfinder, he can really wreck some people. But they don't listen.
No?
They really don't. They just make what they want on the game, and we have to deal with it. I love the game. I play the game all the time, but no. If you're talking about community shit, hell no.
What do we think has the best community support?
I'd probably put Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Okay.
They have listened to their community very much so.
And the winner is Fall Guys.
They
Yeah.
actually have listened to their community.
Jumping off from that, best ongoing game. And the nominees are Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, and No Man's Sky.
Apex Legends.
And the winner, surprise to the own person who made it, because he was drinking during this time, No Man's Sky. Your look is exactly how we said it. I go, you still fucking exist? The dude was drinking vodka. I go, oh shit, I won, and put it down and made a speech right there on the fly because he didn't know he was going to win. Because he knew he wasn't going to win. Yet he won.
Like, it was like balls to the wall, just straight up, out of nowhere. Just, oh, shit, I won? Well, thank you, everybody.
You know the general thing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the others who were nominated as well, type thing. But he was fucking surprised that he won, and that threw me off.
I would expect Apex Legends.
All right, different one. Best esport game, and the nominees are Fortnite, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, and Valorant.
CS. You still win.
Modern Warfare.
Okay. Toph.
I'll go with Modern Warfare.
And the winner is League of Legends.
Damn, that was my gut feeling, and I didn't go.
It was League of Legends. And I was not surprised. I even voted for it.
League of Legends is a pretty dope game. I can't.
All right.
So.
Best Narrative. And the nominees are The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and 13 Sentinels.
Oh. I would try to vote for Final Fantasy for a narrative, but
It's not as strong.
it's not as strong with the narrative, in my opinion. I might have to go Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
Because the gameplay that I've watched, the narrative is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
think I might buy that game when I get it someday. I might have to go Ghost of Tsushima, and I might have to actually buy that game because I've been.
Oh, dude, the game's fantastic.
I've been
100%.
meaning to fucking play
You
it.
have to
So.
get that.
And the winner is The Last of Us Part 2.
No. Really?
You know what? I might as well. If it's on sale, I'm gonna buy the game and play it. Or
All right.
Does anybody here have the game on disc that I can just borrow it?
I'll ask Taida,
Okay. Yeah.
but I think he got it digital.
Oh fuck.
But here we go. The big game changer. Game of the Year. And the nominees are The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing New Horizon, and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I know because I saw on Facebook who won.
Yeah.
I was really upset.
And the winner is The Last of Us Part 2! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Game of Year, I would have given it to Final Fantasy.
I would have gave it to Ghost of Tsushima.
Same. That was literally the top one. Ghost of Tsushima, in my view.
The curveball. Besides those two, Ghost of Tsushima and Final Fantasy VII, Animal Crossing. I would have been fine with Animal Crossing winning Game of the Year because how much the popularity went, how much the fans loved it, how much the celebrities loved it, and joined other people. I thought that was a great contender for Game of the Year.
But hell, even Hades winning it would have been like the dark horse. And technically, just as we stated in our last podcast, it'd be the equivalent of when God of War beat Red Dead Redemption for Game of the Year. It would
For
have been out of
2018, where
nowhere.
Red Dead kept winning and winning and winning everything. But when it came to Game of the Year, God of War took it. And that threw me off. I was voting for God of War, but I was like, watch, Red Dead's going to fucking get it. I even made a status on that on Facebook. I was like, yo, Red Dead, if you're going to do this, at least win all of them or fuck off. Like,
Well, Red Dead was good, and I wish I would have played it more, but my game decided to somehow fuck up in one section of the game.
I loved it. The gameplay was great. My favorite thing about Red Dead 2 was Jeff Ramsey was in it as one of the, I think, one of the bankers.
One of the bankers. Yes. It was
Fucking love that.
I was just mad at that. The only reason why I was mad at Red Dead 2 was I was on the middle of a mission. She was there watching it because I wanted that for Christmas, and my wife and my mom ended up buying me that game for Christmas while I bought like 3 or 4 other games. That was just one of my top games, and it just I don't know what the fuck happened to my game. One mission where apparently you're supposed to go into the mountains or something and find one of the people you're looking for. He's not there. And I went through all types of fucking threads online to find exactly where this person is. And I went there, and the character is not there. And I can't continue the story. It won't let me continue the
What?
story.
She's on the wrong mountain.
No, I went to the right
Did you go to
area.
Brokeback Mountain?
Wow.
Okay.
You kind of set yourself up for that
He always does, and he never realizes how much he's walking.
He doesn't know how much
That
he impacts my
big.
jokes.
You just seriously, you might as well just get a big doorman because you just open him up and you walk on through.
But back to The Last of Us Part 2. It's a shit fucking game.
I'd put The Last of Us Part 2 as your average game. A good game.
But
It's a good game to own in general,
I,
but I do not see that shit winning game of the year.
this is my thing. Everyone hyped up The Last of Us Part 1 so much that our expectation for this game has to be on the same fucking level or higher. Because we went into that expectation, the game was shit in our eyes. But because there's some people, most people went in with low expectation, they found the game actually good. And it's because we have this high expectation for Last of Us Part 1 to be exactly this for Last of Us Part 2 has to be this exact same high or even higher than Last of Us 2 that we're blinded.
I can understand the blinding, but at the same time, if you have played the first one, you understand the fucking hype. I played the first part 3 or 4 times already just
what I'm
because the
thinking-
story is amazing. How are you not going to at least write a story that could capture you like the first one did? Fucking drop the ball on mechanics. Drop the ball on some other shit. But when it comes to the storytelling,
Make it good.
please,
Mhm.
you made the first part so, like, that story caught you. It made you feel for the characters. You wanted to be like, please let this character survive in the next chapter. Like, you really want that. Like, the scene that got me in the first chapter was when,
This kid died.
the kid, yeah, when he had to shoot his brother. Because his brother became fucking one of the... And then he shot himself. Like, how do you go from that, like a movie-making game? I expected a movie to be made out of The Last of Us, which they never did, which I'm upset about. But that's another fucking story. How do you go from that level of writing and wonder and just
Creativity.
complete immersion and creativity in a game to dropping the ball like that? Yeah, you made wonderful mechanics. Yes, you did a great job and you won the thing for disabled people and things like that to be able to play this game. I could see that because I was like, all right, yeah, this game could, even in the first one, you could totally insert those mechanics in that game. It's easy. But how are you going to fuck up the story? How are you going to release a game that is not at least at the same level of hype? If it would have been the same level of hype, it's not about being blinded. Same level of hype, I will enjoy playing that game. If it's more, fuck yeah. But the fact that you can't even match your first game,
Yeah.
all you need to do is a good storytelling part, and that game would have been fucking phenomenal. You can't go off the votes off of a motherfucker that's never played the first one. Come on.
Probably. But that's where it is, because you're going to tell me that this, where they half-assed the story and didn't get you connected, beat Final Fantasy, literally the OG of RPGs and story, that literally got most people into Final Fantasy, and then Ghost of Tsushima, which literally took everything that The Last of Us 2 wasn't, and literally put it all into one character. The art style, the story. I literally made this clear on the last podcast. When I was playing with this, it was 3 acts. But damn it, it took me 10 hours on Act 1 because there was enough to do. It was beautiful. It had side missions. You wanted to do the side missions just to see where this would go with all these side characters. Nobody had no uselessness. It was just like, yes, I want to see where this
And
person
that's
ends
what
up.
I loved about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that's why I also have I will buy it, but that's why I have high hopes for Valhalla. Because of that. And if Ghost of Tsushima is anything like that,
It
that
is.
makes you want to,
It is.
I'm going to play this side mission just because I
Yes.
want to see this shit happen. And the fact that again, for a podcast to understand, K1, close friend of mine, telling me that this game is dope, I'm going to fucking buy it. But if he were to tell me that The Last of Us Part 2 is very lackluster, why the fuck am I going to buy it? That's what I like to hear. The fact that this game is playable like that. Nowadays, kids, when they're playing video games, there's so much into the instant gratification and I want to beat a game in like 2 hours. I want to play a game that I can be fucking lost in that bitch for like 6 to 10 hours and all of a sudden I got work the next morning at 7 a.m. and I'm sitting here at 3 o'clock in the morning going, shit. Well, I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to stay awake. Because that's what I want out of a game, that involvement.
Like you regret not sleeping, but you don't regret it because you had fun.
Big
Exactly.
facts. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
I feel
that's
like
the
all y'all
pinnacle.
can agree with that. A pinnacle of a game, having that immersion, that feeling of like, wow, this is a fucking
Yes.
game.
Definitely, Ghost of Tsushima definitely should have taken this. This should have been that moment in the 2018's Game Awards where it wasn't Red Dead, where Red Dead won all the awards, but Game of the Year. And it should have been Ghost of Tsushima. And a lot of people are upset. A lot of people are like, hell yeah, Last of Us Part 2, can't wait for the Game of the Year edition. Fuck off, alright? And on that note, guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's podcast. I'm Hollow Otaku. I'd like to thank our guests for coming in. And as always, guys, keep moving forward. I'll see you guys in the next podcast.
Remember to wear a mask, social distance, and have a very happy holidays and a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.